I try to turn the car will not start. The car will just shut back off, right? The car will not start. So if I just swing the key, try to start, the car will not start. And I'm thinking maybe it's a fuel issue or a spark plug, but I'm saying that we have no codes whatsoever. Maybe a sensor is malfunctioning, but let me show you what I'm saying here. Let me go and try to start. So I actually heard the fuel pump just fired up, and if I try starting, remember my foot is not on the X, right? The car just shut back off, and then we see a battery sign there showing. So is it saying that something not getting power? I don't think so, because I tried a different battery with this car. In that I tried that van battery in this car, and it did the same thing. So I know, okay, it's not a battery problem. If I want to start now, and my foot is on the gas, so as you can see, the car is actually on. So I have to give it a little gas to start. So today I'm trying to figure out this problem. We are not getting any codes or anything at any time, so something is creating this problem. Maybe it's a sensor, maybe it's the air or fuel. So guys, in this video I am going to change my MAP sensor, which is the manifold air pressure sensor, right? So we have the air pipe. Well, I already removed that. That will be hooked up here, and that's what suck the air into the engine. The sensor is at an awkward location. You can't even see it properly, but let me just take the airbox off. So let me just take this off. Yeah, yank it a bit. Yeah, just pull it up a bit. Right. So once I get this off, we have a better view, right? So this wire is what goes to the sensor. I can see it, so it's right there. It's right there. I want to make sure that you're seeing it, the wires and everything. It's right there. Let me try and focus the camera. It's a bit dark, but you're seeing it. See if I can switch the position. But it is right there. You can't really see it under, but I'm seeing it there. Trying my best to get it on the camera. If you're seeing like a wire, okay, it's right there. It's plugged in right there. However, look at it's right there. So what I have to do here, I would have to take off the fuel rail, and there's 6 bolts that I have to remove for the manifold. Well, I have done that before. The problem in which I'm having is that when I start, the engine start perfectly, but after about 2 minutes it starts to misfire a bit. I am not getting any code or anything, but after a long period of time I start getting a code from the O2 sensor, which is this one right here, the oxygen sensor. and that is hooked up to the catalytic converter. So that is telling me that my system is running rich, and I know that that problem can be coming from a defective coil pack, spark plug. Well, I have already checked all my plugs, and I have already checked all my coil packs as well. I replaced this one was bad, that one was replaced, so everything there is good, right? So however, I've already checked my injectors. The fourth one seemed like there was an issue. I replaced it, and for some reason it started bubbling, so I put back in the original. Right, I also have other new ones, but I just decided to put back the original. Another problem that can cause that is the purge valve. So this is it right here. You can see this is the purge valve. We have two lines that comes from the fuel pump. We have one that goes directly to the fuel rail, and then we have the purge valve, and this one goes into the back of the manifold, right? If this is stuck closed, then nothing is getting into the engine. If it is stuck open, then we always have fuel, right? So I'm saying that this probably is good because I briefly tested this and it is closed. We are having a rich code, so we are having too much fuel going into the engine. So today I'm going to replace the map sensor. So we need to remove these two screws, take out the fuel rail, then remove all the screws for the back of the manifold so we can lift it, so we can access the sensor. So I just removed the fuel rail, and I can show you some of the bolts in which you have to remove. This is one. We have another one here. We also have another one here. We have another one here, and we have one in this hole where my finger is. We have one up inside here. So let me just quickly take them out as I am holding the camera with my hand, and just take the back of the manifold off. I think it's an Allen socket. So I can't remember the size of this one, but this is all we have to do here to get them out. You can see I have the exact size here, right? So let me put this on reverse, and it's coming out. So yeah, let me go ahead and take that out quickly. So guys, I've finished removing the bolts. Well, there's one that is way in where my finger is, so I didn't really take it out, but I'm actually feeling it. But you can see it there. You can see it there. That's the last bolt. But with the sensor, we have to raise this up because we have a lot of different tools and stuff. But you can see the sensor there. It's still a bit difficult to see, but the wires for it, have the wires for it. I have the wires for it here. So still in a tight position with all these wires and holes. So I'm going to go and remove it. I think it has 2 screws. It do have 2 screws for me to remove, right? So it's in a very tight position, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so guys, that is the position. I hope that you're seeing it there now. That's it there, but there's no screw in, it's just clipped in a bracket. So I'm gonna try and get it out. Yeah, okay, just looking at it, there are some carbon on it, so it's actually dirty. So we do have some carbon on it. Yeah, so I guess it needs cleaning. So it appears that I would have to clean the sensor with something. I was thinking about putting a new one in. If you really look at it closely, we do have carbon buildup on it, so I don't have anything to clean it with. So I definitely will have to try some sort of home remedy to clean this. Or so I'm doing some research here, and it's a manifold absolute pressure sensor, and it's showing you all the capabilities with the different vehicles. This is actually the one I have that came out of the car, the exact thing. And as you can see, it's basically the same manifold absolute intake air pressure sensor, right? I think it's just different manufacturer, but in terms of the OEM number, we have that number here, and we have that number here, but the 3 large digit numbers are different, you know. So I was just doing some double check to see if it will work, right? So even state on Volkswagen, Audi, and cars like that, right? So I'm gonna try it, and we're gonna see where we go from there. That's one of the option, or we try cleaning it. So guys, it fit perfectly with the connector, and we're going to try and put this in. Once it fit tight, because there wasn't any screws holding it in, so once it fit tight, and also I will have to check for the screw holes. We're going to try this new one and see if it works. So let me just put this in, and then we're going to put back up the manifold. So the mass flow sensor doesn't fit, so I'm just going to try and clean this with degreaser quickly and try and blow it out or something. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do here, I have 2 bottles, one with water, one with degreaser. This one has the degreaser, so I'm going to spray it, and I'm gonna leave it a while just to get the carbon off. This is the one with the water, and I'm going to clean it off. Then I'm gonna hit it again with some degreaser again. And then I'm gonna spray it. make sure we get all of that degreaser out. So we're going to leave this to dry, and then, but first I'm going to run this over a fan to ensure that we filtered out all the water. I'm just looking to see if I still see any carbon buildup. I'm not seeing any carbon buildup, so I think we did a pretty good job. I'm gonna hit it again, and then I'm gonna wash it off. Make sure wash it off. And then take another look. I think I get rid of all the carbon buildup. So I cleaned it, and to be honest with you guys, it's looking brand new. The plastic and everything on it, it's looking brand new. And I sprayed it with degreaser, and then I rinse it off with water, and I put it over a fan. The problem is this one cannot fit. I believe it would have worked, but it cannot fit. I even cut off a little piece by the side, and I believe it would have worked, but I would have to cut off more to get it to fit in the space. So instead of doing that, I have the part number for this, so I can always order. But what I am going to do now, guys, I am going to test, and I'm going to put back up everything, put this in, put back up the manifold and everything. So guys, I finished putting up back the manifold. I finished reconnecting the map sensor, finished putting on back the air box. The only thing I have remaining to do is to just connect the other air holes from the air box from here to here. But however, we are going to make a test and see what would happen when we start. One of the injector came out while I was putting it back, the fuel rail. So some fuel, some gasoline actually came out and stuff, so I clean it up and stuff, spray some degreaser and stuff. Also disconnect the battery while I do that, just in case any get on the electrical wires. So what I want to do is that I want to pressurize the rail, right? I'm currently buffing as well, so I just dry sand, and I'm actually going to wet sand in a while. So, and we're not looking too bad wrong here either. But however, that's not what this video is about. When I open the door, when I open this door, you should hear the fuel pump pressurizing the rail. If you heard that noise, that's pressurizing the rail. Another thing is, when I put the key and turn the ignition on, you will hear the rail pressurizing again. So I don't know if you heard that. So what we're going to do, we're going to swing. So the car started, one swing, everything is working, and everything is sounding good. Wow. So I guess that did the trick. So I guess that did the trick. Wow. So I guess this video is done. I hope that this video was helpful. If we had an issue with the sensor, it would have tell us, we'll have get a code or something. But I do have a sensor issue, right? So I hope that this video was helpful, guys, and do like, share and subscribe, support the channel. I'm just doing these videos as more for informational stuff. So yeah, I'm out.